Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is very warm today, so excuse the fact that I'm not putting on a full face of makeup. Yesterday I filmed my decoupling project and my face was melting. So yeah, today I've been at my parents' pretty much the entire day and I spent it outside for most of it. Haven't got burnt, which is a good thing because it has been like 32 degrees Celsius here. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So there's that. We are going to be doing my Pan That palette update. It's been 18 months since I started this project, which is insanity. So I started it in January of 2024 with this palette. This is my Poiré Diaries palette from Pear Diaries. And yeah, let's get into my update of where we're currently at. So this is my progress shot. Okie dokie. So obviously these three on the top row have been pretty much untouched since they hit pan. So I've only been working on this shade here, which is called Gala. Now the shade I have now used 214 times. You read that correctly. I mean, you heard that correctly. I think I'm on probably par to finishing this eyeshadow by the time I finish this project. So yeah, the top three haven't really, top other three on that row have not changed numbers since then. So then the shade here called Splurge, that did hit pan. It hit pan in April. So now my focus shade is Stunner, which is this shade here. We have not hit pan on Stunner yet, but we are getting a little dip here, which is always good to see. Then the other 6 are eyeshadows that I'm working through to try and hit pan on as well. But Stunner is my focus shade. And I use this every single time I wear makeup. So literally today I'm wearing Stunner, I'm wearing this shade, and I'm wearing this shade up here. I should probably mention that this shade up at the top is a eyeshadow that already had pan before I started this project. And I decided I wanted to use this every single time I dip into this nail polish. Every time I dip into this eyeshadow palette, I decided I wanted to use this. So that's why this has been going down a lot as well. So Splurge, I can't quite remember if I hit Splurge's pan before I did my last update, but I hit pan on this in April for a total of 76 uses. So then we've got Stunner, we're currently at 52 uses. I do think this will be more uses than this one just because it's a darker shade. I would say the dip has not really dipped that much. Then we have Snazzy, which is this shade here. We've used this 28 uses. We have Epic, which is the dark brown shade. We have used it 27 uses. And that's probably the least used eyeshadow in this palette. Well, not least used, but the one that looks like it's been used the least, and that's because it is so dark that I don't really use like these two eyeshadows as much as the others. On the bottom row are all the shimmers. So we have Glitzy here, which we have used 27 times. Twinkle here, which I have used 25 times. Then we have Dazzle, which is the third one along, which I have used 28 times. And then finally we have Cosmo, which I have used 27 times, and that is where I'm currently at with this palette. Now, as for progress, I think these shimmers are going to be the next to hit pan. I feel like I'm very close to Glitzy. I thought I would probably hit pan on Glitzy before I filmed this update. That has not happened. Also Twinkle, I feel like is very close to hitting pan as well. And then Dazzle is a little bit behind that. And then finally Cosmo, I feel like has had like a little dip coming through the last couple of weeks, I feel like it's kind of really starting to show. So yeah, that is my current progress. I think these two are going to be my final 2 eyeshadows for sure. Though at that point, I'll probably be using 1 or 2 of these as my focus shade anyway, as I think I'll hit Stunner before that all happens. Now, as I mentioned before with this project, let me just get the numbers up. My project, like the last time I did this project as well, is that I ideally want to hit pan on every single eyeshadow in the palette, or until I reach 1,000 uses in total. So currently my grand total is 631. So we are less than 400 to go until we reach that goal. So we've still got a while. 400 uses is quite a little while to go. I think it'll probably happen in the next year or so. So I need to really get a move on. But I do reckon before I reach that goal, I think I'll have hit pan on like these 3 eyeshadows for sure. If I don't complete the entire set as hitting pan, I think we'll still have a majority of this reaching that goal. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with the progress with this. I feel like I'm doing a lot better with this project than I was in my last one. I feel like my last project, my palette was over a more broad amount of time, because somehow I am at 600 uses after a year and a half, and I feel like it must have been a few years with my palette prior to this. We are on target, I think, to pretty much having, I think, 10 out of the 12 eyeshadows panned, and I think these two will be the troublemakers. But I do think before I end this project, I'll be working on this eyeshadow. So I mean, there's always potential that I could hit pan, but these 2 eyeshadows I tend to just use as like eyeliner when they are coming around, because they're too dark for my lids. So yeah, that is my current update. Short and sweet. I am still enjoying using this though. I love neutral eyeshadows and I set my base with this. So yeah, I'm really happy with that progress. I will now go. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.